Hey guys, I'm just showing you a little bit of what this myscenicsdrive.com looks like. You just go to the site myscenicsdrive.com and you create drives. It's not an app that you have to pay for or anything, but it's a very interactive website. And you create your drives and change them around how needed. You can save them, start new ones, and everything else. Anyway, so I've created this one because this drive I'm actually make at the end of August, going into the month of September, starting off at my house and moving up through Tennessee and all the way up to Montana, where my son will fly in and visit me, and we'll stay around Yellowstone, back towards the Grand Canyon, through Colorado, and then back home. Yeah, sounds quick, right? No, it's actually about 9,000 miles, what I have right here. And there will be a lot of changes probably on the way, just depending on weather and everything else. So yeah, you come to this site and you can create this. Little markers here are just showing you where you're located, where you actually want to be. You have to have a start and a stopping point. That's what those numbers are for. Starting off at 1, ending up at 27. 27 meaning those are 27 alternate destinations during this whole trip, and subject to change. Some of them just marking waypoints basically. But anyway, and you come over here and it shows you the miles that this route has been created for, the hours it take of driving time, and how many days, and how much money you could possibly spend. It's all calculated. There is a thing up here in the file position where you can go in and you could do your trip settings and set all this stuff and make all the kind of, legs, how many days you want to spend and everything else. Anyway, I won't get into that because you can find it out for yourself if you go here. Like I said, it's not a paid app, it's free. So anyway, and you can GPS export this thing. So if you got your trip set up, you can export it to your GPS. We'll have to figure that one out later on. These little black markers on here are what they call day markers. Set up, preset in my file when I said I want to drive about 8 hours a day, possibly. So it'll separate by mileage or by how many hours you want to drive. And that's what I've got set up. So that's what got me to 19 days over here. But it could change quite a bit. But anyway, could be a lot longer. I'm expecting the whole month, but it could go 19 days. But I think it'll go closer to a month. Anyway, that's my trip. And you even have, like I said, direction by directions up here. You can click this and yeah. And you can move these things around if you want to, if you need to retoggle through using these arrows on the side of your locations. But I have every place in here. And they're very interactive because you can find activities in these certain areas. You can remove them, edit, whatever you want to. But you can find activities around Glacier National Park, and it will pop up a window eventually and tell you. So, anyway, that's my trip. September. I call it September because it's leaving the last day of August, somewhere in that point. I wanted to get up towards Montana after Labor Day weekend. So that's about what time I'll get there. My son will fly in on Labor Day weekend or just afterwards. Alrighty. Well, that's my first video. And you can subscribe to Ronnie's Runaway Life 360. That is my channel. And I will be video blogging and for this whole trip. Not a whole bunch going on with it. I would be pulling my 4x8 Runaway camper, my cool camp, behind my Jeep Wrangler, my JKU. So it'll be a fun trip. Take care.